If you are young, you likely feel a crushing weight to build the perfect career. If you are older, you might be staring down a totally different pressure, the absolute halt of retirement. We treat life like a race to a finish line. But here is the biological problem with that timeline. Whether your brain is redlining from hyperstress or completely shutting down into inactivity, it defaults to a rigid autopilot, and a brain on autopilot ages much faster. But there is a place that operates on a completely different model. On the Japanese island of Okinawa, home to some of the longest living people on Earth, they don't even have a word for retirement. Instead, they have IKIGAI. Roughly translated, it means the happiness of always being busy. It is the concept of a continuous, deeply felt life purpose. Shifting your focus away from that final finish line and toward a sense of continuous purpose changes the entire trajectory of how you age. So how do you find yours? Think of Ikigai as a compass. To read it, look at the intersection of 4 specific areas. First, what do you deeply love doing? And second, what are you actually good at through natural talent or skill? Then we look outward. Third, what does the world actively need from you? And fourth, what can you be paid for? Or if you are older, what brings concrete value to your community? If you have passion and skill but no income, you'll be happy but broke. If you have income and skill but lack passion, you'll be comfortable but ultimately feel empty. Your true Ikigai requires absolute equilibrium. It sits right in the dead center, where all 4 of these domains overlap. For students, this serves as a clear career map. For those past their working years, it provides a blueprint for finding meaningful roles and hobbies that keep the mind engaged. Maintaining that mental purpose requires physical energy. You need a biological strategy to sustain it. The Okinawans use a unique dietary practice called Hara Hachi Bu. It is a simple daily rule. Eat only until you are 80% full. The logic is entirely biological. Forcing your body to digest massive, heavy meals exhausts your energy reserves and accelerates cellular aging. Stopping just before you're completely full preserves that energy. And they apply that same philosophy to exercise. While Western fitness often chases extreme exhaustion, like ultramarathons, centenarians in Okinawa rely on radio taiso, a routine of gentle, synchronized daily stretching. To keep a body running for a century, gentle consistency will always beat punishing intensity. That preserved energy allows you to engage your mind deeply. The daily practice of your Ikigai requires you to enter what psychologists call flow, a state of focus so intense that time seems to vanish. To get there, you pick a task that pushes you slightly outside your comfort zone, and you completely remove modern digital distractions. Of course, things will still go wrong. When they do, the Okinawans lean on wabi-sabi. By actively accepting and finding beauty in imperfection, they lower the chronic stress that comes from trying to control every outcome. And when real hardship hits, they don't face it alone. They rely on their moai, tight-knit neighborhood groups that pool resources, share advice, and offer unwavering support. The Okinawan experience suggests that these deep social bonds do more than offer comfort. They provide a buffer against the hardships of aging that keeps people active well into their 90s. Finding your Ikigai doesn't mean you need to launch a massive, world-changing corporate mission. Your purpose can be simple and beautiful. It can be raising a happy family, teaching a skill to someone younger, or quietly tending a garden. So here is your homework. Grab a piece of paper today, draw the 4 circles of the compass, and start filling them in. The secret to a long life is letting go of the false finish line of retirement. Longevity is simply the natural byproduct of discovering your specific, joyful reason to get out of bed every morning.